Today we're going to be looking at a recipe that will change your life. This is a mucus-free Hami Melon recipe, my own special recipe. Let's get to it. So I'm Professor Spira, and I've practiced something called the Mucusless diet healing system for over 18 years. I've helped thousands and thousands of people transform their lives using the methods that are found within the Mucusless diet. And today I'm going to show you my own personal recipe for the Hami melon here. And so this is good melon. When I'm picking melons out, depending on the type of melon, sometimes you can smell the tips and it'll be a little sweet. That especially kind of cantaloupes do that even more so than these. But it's when I pick them, I like them to have that little bit. You don't want it too soft, but you don't want it rock hard either. You want it just where you put it in your hands and you kind of press on it. You can, yeah. I'm sure that somebody, I'll acknowledge it, somebody is thinking dirty thoughts. So how dare you? So all right, so here let's get to it. So this recipe is off the charts. So what you do, and by the way, I mean this meal, you can use this in the Mucusless diet as a meal. This can be lunch, could be dinner. It's definitely could be a meal for you. So what you do is you get a cutting board, get yourself a knife. And I like to cut down the middle like so, right? Then we see in here we have seeds. What I like to do sometimes is I'll smell, kind of see what's going on and make sure it's good, because sometimes it's not. So you can smell it. Like, yeah, okay, this is gonna be good. So what I usually do, if I have a spoon, which let me grab a spoon. You can either use a spoon. If you have a melon baller, this is a little trick that I actually learned from Dan the Man, Dan McDonald, in a video. He was talking about the melon baller, and you just like so, you can just kind of scoop the seeds on out. And sometimes I'll have maybe a little bag to put them in, or someplace, or if you have a compost, add it to your compost stuff. So I'm just scooping this on out of here. And this is, yeah, these little melon ballers do a good job. There's a lot of juice in here. And so I'll get most of it out of there. Then I'm going to cut it. So I could cut it different ways. I could choose to cut it that way or that way. Today, let's cut it like this. You know, I enjoy eating these either like this, or I'll cut it twice so that I have this size. And I'll start plating it. And I'm sure I'm breaking all kinds of culinary arts rules. And it's not going to look as pretty as Mr. or Mrs. Culinary Arts. I'm sorry, I'm not a culinary artist. I practice the Mucusless diet healing system. What is that about, too? These culinary so-called arts, and some of this stuff, it's not even a meal. How could you eat? It's like they'll have a plate, and it'll be a little dab of some syrupy looking, and something else on top of it, and it's like nothing is there. How does that even? What does that do? Why would you? I don't understand that, man. This pus and mucus thing. I mean, I guess no wonder people that eat like that get into that type of, they're eating like 20 courses, because that's not going to fill anybody up. The little nibbles and bits. See, I'm never about, like, when it's time to eat, to me, it's time to eat. I'm not into restrictive, and people think we are, and I'm not into restrictive eating in terms of only eating, trying to eat just a little bit. Like, let me have a little nibble. Like, no, eat. I'm telling you to eat. Eat something, please. And it's just be decisive about what you eat. Try to eat things that don't leave behind a bunch of glop, slimy stank up in you. That's just what it's about. All right, so here we go. Hami melon, 1/2 of the Hami melon. So what I'd probably do with this other half is I'll wrap it in something that allows it to be put it in the refrigerator where it will stay for a while. And because this is plenty for me right here, this half. Like, you know, I know some people would eat the whole thing. There's been times in my history when I would have eat the whole thing, but now, I mean, this half is plenty for a meal. And so this will be a lunch, and I'll save the rest of this. And that, my friends, is the secret recipe to Hami melons. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, because these are some sophisticated recipes. But if you want even more complex mucus-free recipes, I invite you to enroll in my Mucusless Diet Healing System e-course, where I do a series of recipes that are some of my favorite, most important, and just influential recipes for me. The baked acorn squash, baked banana, my salad, how I actually put my salad together, all that stuff. And you're not going to find those videos on my YouTube channel or something else. They are exclusive in the Mucusless Diet Healing System e-course. If you want to just have somebody take you by the hand and just move you through this information so you know exactly what the Mucusless Diet Healing System is all about, and you will be better equipped to be able to incorporate it into your life, then you are going to want to just get into Mucusless Diet Healing System e-course. Check it out. And yeah, get the food prep, because not only do we have the food prep videos, there's also a recipe booklet. So a lot of people, I still get messages, people asking me about, when are you putting out the recipe book? I will eventually, but for right now, it's in the e-course. We have the booklet that goes along with the food prep. We're juicing in there, so we got juices. These are all things that you want to be acquainted with. You want to be juicing every day. You want to be eating your fruit. The more you can get, and maybe you can't do a mono meal yet, but the way you transition, eat the fruit, wait 15 minutes, and then have a salad. Now, honestly, I wouldn't do that with melon. With the really, really juicy fruits like melon, I would just eat those by themselves. They don't really combine well with others. But something like pineapple or bananas or something like that, if I'm in the beginning of a transition, I would eat the mono portion, eat the fruit, wait 15 minutes, and then have salad and your vegetable portion. And you can follow that right out of the Mucusless Diet Healing System book. It's classic. It's classic methodology. And don't try to skip over it. Don't think you're better than that. If you, in your mind, you're like, I want to be whatever. I want to be raw. I want to eat them fruit. Don't neglect the transition. The transition is everything. So do not neglect the transition. You will thank me later. Be easy on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. You don't have to be so perfectionistic when it comes to trying to be mucus free. This is going to take some time. It's hard. It's hard. And you got to get away from that. So this is not a foodless diet. Like I said, you can't just look at a food list. This is about total transformation of body, mind, and spirit, using the foods that we were designed to eat. As humans, we weren't designed to eat corpses. I know that's a radical statement. I know there's people throwing things at their TV as I'm telling you that pig intestines is not something that we were supposed to ever eat. I'm sorry. Dead animal flesh, pus, forming foods, was not something we were supposed to eat. And we pay dearly for it. 50,000 people a day die of heart disease. 25,000 people cancer. And this is their statistics. Them. The CDC, who I don't trust at all. So if they're talking about these are the amount of people dying of things that can be prevented by getting in line with the natural diet. Does this look like the meal that they're serving your loved ones at the hospital? If you're, heaven forbid, you or your family members end up in a hospital, what meals are they serving you? Are they serving you fruit? Are they giving you fresh juices? There is nothing at all radical about what I just said. And there is no reason on earth why that is not the standard operating procedure. How could you have a place that's supposed to be a sanctuary for healing and you're serving them corpses? So, you should be serving them fruit and vegetables. And giving them enemas and helping them fast properly. Do your job. Help people heal. So I thank you so much for tuning into this video. Got a little dark there. Didn't expect that. But, you know, that's what happens. So much pain and suffering could be alleviated. We don't have to go through all of it. I'm not saying everything is perfect. When you just get on the diet and it's all going to be roses and easy and perfect. No. It's a struggle, it's a challenge. But it is the struggle and it is the challenge that we need. It is the struggle of the 21st century. Become mucus-free. Mucus-free is the way to be yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We got to transform. Or none of this, the consciousness will not raise. Because it's not going to be done in the laboratory. It's not going to be done in academia. When we're talking about the academic medical establishment, bought and paid for by the very people who have a vested interest in selling you corpses to eat. So how can you trust what they have to say about health when they are missing the mark time and time again? Do that research. Look it up yourself. This is not medical advice. Do what you want to do. Talk to who you want to talk to. Read what you want to read. Believe what you want to believe. I'm saying, I'm looking at the statistics and they're not good. When people can heal themselves, fruits, green leafy vegetables, fasting, and colon irrigation, get them in the sun. Get them walking around in the woods. Get some fresh air. Do some breathing exercises. If you need a little acupuncture, do that. If you need some kind of chiropractics, do that. If you need physical therapy, do that. It's healing. This is holistic. We should all be talking about this like this. But I don't hear that. I don't hear people bringing all of this together. Bring it all together. Therapy. Healing. It's what it's about. It's really what we're here to do, what we need to be focused on. That's why for me it's the most important message, it's the most important thing that we can do. Transform yourself, transform your family, transform your bloodline with fruits, green leafy vegetables, and the transition methodology. You will eat mucus forming foods. They're not going to all disappear overnight. But it's about the transition. And eventually you're going to get there. Then your bloodline, your family, you'll be equipped to raise your children properly. Because what you've done with your body, you'll know how to transition them, and they're going to know how to transition their children. And when you get 2 to 3 generations deep, enough people doing that for several generations, we are talking about a transformation of the human race, the human species, Homo sapien to Homo spiritus. That's how it's done. Mucusless diet healing system. Now don't go anywhere. We got another video for you right here. Click right here. Check out this other video. It's really good. You're going to enjoy it. So right now, click right here and I will see you over there.